Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, taking a look at the DRF race of the day for Sunday, October the 4th. Let's throw up the field for race number 9 at Keeneland, the Grade 1 Juddmonte Spinster Stakes, perhaps a very important prep for the Breeders' Cup Distaff. Kentucky Oaks winner, She Dares the Devil, the number 3, 7-5 on the morning line, tackles older horses for the first time, but boy, she looked good taking down the top 2 3-year-old fillies in the country in the Kentucky Oaks.
I mean, she really did. I don't know quite where that race came from, Dan, but I do know that if she runs it back, she's going to be a handful in here.
Remember to download those free formulator past performances for the Spinster on the Race of the Day event page, DRF.com. Access them and handicap along with us. We'll take a look at the Timeform US pace projector. Timeform US has Ollie's Candy and Lady Kate close together on the lead. I just have a feeling they're going to utilize the same tactics with Lady Kate that they did last time out in the La Troyenne, and that's just take it to this field early. I'm expecting Lady Kate to make the lead, Ollie's Candy to get off the inside and sit second.
Yeah, that's certainly possible. I wouldn't be surprised if it played out that way. And I also wouldn't be surprised if She Dares the Devil got right up close again this time either, Dan. They went after Gamine last time.
Saracosa, the number 1, is going to have to come from far out of it. And she likes to run second and third in her races, but she's taken on some real nice competition. Monomoy Girl last time, Dunbar Road, Serengeti Empress, etc. Last time out in the La Troyenne, she tried to get into it. It was a fast pace. She made a big 4-wide move on the turn, and she understandably flattened out. Those horses were a little bit better than her. I just think that when you watch the Apple Blossom, it's hard not to take her over Ollie's Candy. And then when you watch the La Troyenne, it's hard to take her over Lady Kate. I just think those 2 horses ran better than she did both times.
Yeah, I mean, it's really there's no really denying that. I think that is definitely the case. This is a hard trying mare. I can see using her underneath because she does tend to run late in her races, but it's hard. It's just hard to see her beating this field.
Ollie's Candy won the Grade 1 Clement L. Hirsch in 2019. She came close to making it 2 Hirsches in a row. Let's watch that race on August the 2nd. Fighting Mad, who was in very good form at the time, went right to the front, got the jump on Ollie's Candy. Ollie's Candy's trying hard in second. She's going to make it close. She shows no quit. She earns a 100 Beyer speed figure, and I like that John Sadler gave her a little bit of a freshening. She's done a lot of hard running this year.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. That could definitely help her. She's a very talented horse with tactical speed. And she really has run really well in each of her last 3 starts. She didn't win any of them. She's run really well all 3 times. I feel like, she's starting to develop this reputation as like some kind of hard luck horse out of the Apple Blossom, the Phipps, and the Hirsch. I don't look at her that way. I just feel like those are races that, she could have won and she didn't win. But she certainly ran well all 3 times.
I think the Apple Blossom was a case of hard luck situation. I thought the Phipps was kind of a disappointing loss, considering that she's a Julie, even though she's a talented horse, was 1,000,000-to-1 that day. And I don't think she had any excuses in the Hirsch. She tried hard. She just was beat. She Dares the Devil's the number 3, taking on older horses, the morning line favorite. And again, you look at the Kentucky Oaks and you're like, well, how did she do it? She was 15-to-1 and she was facing supposedly 2 superstar fillies, and she beat them on the square. She got right up close to Gamine early. She put Gamine away at the 3/16 pole, and then she held off a stern challenge from Swiss Skydiver. Oh, and by the way, she won the gallop out by about 5.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I don't know how she did that necessarily. Her prior best race was an 86, and all of a sudden she pops a 101 and beats the top 3-year-old fillies in the country. I don't know, Dan, but what I do know is she did not luck into that win. As you say, she went after Gamine on the lead, put that horse away. Swiss Skydiver, who sat a perfect trip in behind, took a run, turned her away. I mean, it was a legitimate win, and if she runs it back, she's probably going to win the Spinster.
I mean, maybe you could say she's a Churchill horse for course, 3 for 3 on the surface, but it's not like she can't run well anywhere else. We saw her big wins at Oaklawn and Indiana Grand. Our Super Freak was always a solid horse for Jamie Ness. She was purchased at public auction at Keeneland last November, and I think these new connections have done a nice job with her. In the Molly Pitcher 2 starts back, it was one of those races where some of the favorites didn't show up, most notably the aforementioned She's a Julie, but she ran pretty well. She battled 100 to 1 shot, took over the lead early, and was run down by a nice horse in Horologist. Last time out in the Shoe V, let's watch that race right now. Latruscus is a pretty nice mare that we're going to see in the Beldame. Latruscus set a legitimate pace and went all the way. Our Super Freak was on a hard chase throughout, and this distance a little bit far for her, which is a problem because she's running the same distance on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly a little bit far for her when she's chasing a horse who was just flying on the front end here. Listen, it's not like our Super Freak totally fell apart in the stretch. She got outfinished for second, but she did not stop running at the end of that race. I thought the buyer of 99 she got two back in the Molly picture was too high. I don't know that race was that fast, but certainly this filly came back last time and showed that maybe it wasn't so much of a fluke. She has improved for this trainer.
Valiance, the number 5, lightly raced filly trained by Todd Pletcher, washed off the turf last time out at Monmouth in the Eatontown. Let's watch that race right now. She won very, very easily as an odds-on favorite. She's the gray. Nick Juarez, really just a passenger here. The final 16th of a mile. The Beyer speed figure, a respectable 93. But as you see, this race coming over a very wet track in an off-the-turf race against inferior competition. She's going to have to do better, but she does have that upside.
Yeah, I mean, she does. I mean, I always thought she was an okay turf horse. Didn't feel like necessarily she had improved at all from 3 to 4 this year, but maybe she did that last time. Then I do think she has some talent. I found it hard to really like her that much in this race.
Eddie Keneally's got the 6 Lady Kate seeing dead red right now, coming off the heels of 2 blowout victories, including one in the Groupie Doll Stakes at Ellis Park. She was not afraid in the La Troyenne. They took the race to Monomoy Girl. They set a very fast pace. Monomoy Girl's just better. She ran right by Lady Kate at the 3/16, but it's not like Lady Kate was really giving any quarter. She tried hard all the way down to the wire. I'm just a little worried about her at 1 1/8.
Yeah, me too. It was certainly an encouraging performance last time, though, because I was worried about her at 1 1/16. She ran the best race of her life last time. I guess if she runs that race back, she could be tough in here. But it's probably not going to matter, Dan. If Ollie's Candy and She Dares the Devil show up and run their best races, it feels like Lady Kate's in tough again.
Let's take a look at our top selections for the Grade 1 Spinster Stakes. We're both going with She Dares the Devil in here over Ollie's Candy. They just look like the 2 classiest horses in the race. I just couldn't get over She Dares the Devil's Kentucky Oaks. It was a really nice win.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way about it. It sort of goes hand in hand with, and listen, I don't know if she'll run that race back in this spot, but I sort of feel like if she does, she'll win. And at the same time, I just didn't really want Ollie's Candy. She's going to be a short price in here. I know that she's good. I'm just getting a little tired of that horse.
3246 for Mike, 3254 for me. It's your DRF race of the day for Sunday. The Grade 1 Juddmonte Spinster is an approximate post time of 5:45 Eastern. Good luck.